Wisdom. To the Stoics, wisdom is the ability to discern the difference between what is good, what isn't good, and what is neither. This is an essential tool in living a virtuous life in their eyes, as it allows you to act deliberately. If you're looking to begin or continue the slow walk towards becoming wise, the ancient Stoics are wonderful people to consult with. The ancient Stoics used for primary virtues to guide their actions: courage, justice, temperance, and wisdom. From these four, wisdom is arguably the most important because it allows you to know how to apply the other three. In the following Stoic quotes on wisdom, we'll explore exactly what it means to be wise. Honesty is the first chapter in the Book of Wisdom. The reason why we have 2 ears and only 1 mouth is that we may listen the more and talk the less. There is nothing the wise man does reluctantly. If wisdom were offered me with this restriction, that I should keep it close and not communicate it, I would refuse the gift. He who exercises wisdom exercises the knowledge which is about God. Remember not only to say the right thing in the right place, but far more difficult still, to leave unsaid the wrong thing at the tempting moment. The invariable mark of wisdom is to see the miraculous in the common. Don't stumble over something behind you. A house is not a home unless it contains food and fire for the mind as well as the body. What's the good of dragging up sufferings which are over, of being unhappy now just because you were then? He who knows nothing is closer to the truth than he whose mind is filled with falsehoods and errors. The fates guide the person who accepts them and hinder the person who resists them. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. Knowledge is the antidote to fear. It is impossible for a man to learn what he thinks he already knows. Wisdom sets limits even to knowledge. He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has. The wise know too well their weakness to assume infallibility, and he who knows most knows best how little he knows. The wise man sees in the misfortune of others what he should avoid. These are the signs of a wise man: to reprove nobody, to praise nobody, to blame nobody, nor even to speak of himself or his own merits. Is it so bad, then, to be misunderstood? Pythagoras was misunderstood, and Socrates, and Jesus, and Luther, and Copernicus, and Galileo, and Newton, and every pure and wise spirit that ever took flesh. To be great is to be misunderstood. Wisdom does not show itself so much in precept as in life. In firmness of mind and a mastery of appetite, it teaches us to do as well as to talk, and to make our words and actions all of a color. A physician is not angry at the intemperance of a mad patient, nor does he take it ill to be railed at by a man in fever. Just so should a wise man treat all mankind as a physician does his patient, and look upon them only as sick and extravagant. That which exercises reason is more excellent than that which does not exercise reason. There is nothing more excellent than the universe. Therefore the universe exercises reason. I seek the truth. It is only persistence in self-delusion and ignorance that does harm. The world turns aside to let any man pass. Who knows where he is going? To finish the moment, to find the journey's end in every step of the road, to live the greatest number of good hours, is wisdom. To be a philosopher is not merely to have subtle thoughts, nor even to found a school, but so to love wisdom is to live according to its dictates, a life of simplicity, independence, magnanimity, and trust. There is more wisdom in your body than in your deepest philosophy. The mind unlearns with difficult what it has long learned. It is the nature of the wise to resist pleasures, but the foolish to be a slave to them. If one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. Difficulty shows what men are. Therefore, when a difficulty falls upon you, remember that God, like a trainer of wrestlers, has matched you with a rough young man. Why? So that you may become an Olympic conqueror. But it is not accomplished without sweat. A grain of gold will gild the great surface, but not so much as a grain of wisdom. The doorstep to the temple of wisdom is a knowledge of our own ignorance. While we are postponing, life speeds by. We should not pretend to understand the world only by the intellect, The judgment of the intellect is only part of the truth. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. He who seeks wisdom is a wise man. He who thinks he has found it is mad. A good mind possesses a kingdom. Without freedom of thought, there can be no such thing as wisdom, and no such thing as public liberty without freedom of speech. Ignorant men differ from beasts only in their figure. The years teach much which the days never know. Better to trip with the feet than with the tongue. No man was ever wise by chance. A person who thinks all the time has nothing to think about except thoughts, so he loses touch with reality and lives in a world of illusion. Not until we are lost do we begin to understand ourselves. It is a characteristic of wisdom to not do desperate things.